everybody, it's Lori. Welcome back to Pizzazz Studios. And today I'm doing this really fun painting on a cradled wood panel. And this panel is 6 by 6. And it's a square, obviously. The sides are about 3/4 of an inch. So it has some depth to the sides. These have been really fun for me to paint on lately. And I'm really enjoying them. And I already applied a good base coat of gesso to this because they come unfinished. You're going to want to apply some gesso to it so that your paint doesn't get all absorbed into the wood. So that's why you need some gesso down. It also gives the paint some tooth or something for it to stick to so it'll stay. And like I said, it won't get all absorbed into the wood. So that's what I did first. I let that dry before I started the video. Here I'm actually putting down, this is a custom color that I created. I will list some of the paints, or try to list all of the paints I've used down below in the description box for you. I do make a lot of my own custom colors, and this one was made using orange. This orange was made using yellow and pink. So I've combined some colors together to come up with my own colors, which is the way I prefer to paint most of the time. So let me just, let's see, what am I doing here? Well, I must have wandered off to do something. I'm going to let this video just play out. I will edit it here and there where I need to, and I will come on and speak and let you know what I'm doing. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I went to get my hair dryer, so I'm speeding up the drying process a little bit. You can do that with your art pieces with a dryer. That helps, so you can move along a little bit quicker. It doesn't fully dry it, but it dries it enough so that you can go ahead and move along to the next step rather quickly. I do let them sit, of course, afterwards, and they fully dry before I usually add any more embellishing if I'm going to do that or whatever, but... All right, so like I said, let me just let this play, and I will come back on and speak where I need to. All right, so here it looks like I'm trying to decide which color I want to use. I have grabbed some of my oil pastels, and I'm just sort of doodling here and outlining my painting. I don't know what color that is. It's a pretty, kind of like a blue teal kind of color. So I'm sort of just drawing right onto the panel. I feel like maybe I'm a little disorganized here. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I think I just started painting for the day, trying to get in my flow here. So I feel like I have things that... I try to clean up my studio so it's not so messy every day, but then when I put things away... I don't know, sometimes it's just easier to leave it a mess and things right at your fingertips all the time. But anyway, this is a custom green that I'm laying down here with my paintbrush. I also like to make sure I'm painting the sides on this panel so that the painting flows over to the edges as well. So I like that look. I don't always do that, but in this case, that is what I'm doing. And I'm wiping off the bottom there from any little bit of excess that might have been underneath. I really love that green. It's so pretty. It's bright and colorful and cheery. And I was in a mood to make some colorful art, so I made a few different pieces this day, and I'll have some really fun videos coming up. Looks like I'm making some marks, so I'm just using a palette knife there to sort of scrape into my paint. And there I was just applying a little bit of heat to the paint to set dry some of it. And now I'm using one of my rags, and I'm sort of dabbing the paint because I love that effect that it gives. It lifts up some paint in certain areas. It looks really pretty. And now I'm just applying a custom blue color that I've created here down in the corner. And then I'm probably going to paint the sides. Yeah, I'm going to paint the sides here so that that blue flows over to the edges as well. It's funny because I feel like I'm watching this back and as I'm, making this video for you, and I feel like I'm a little bit tight here with my painting. It's funny because I like to create intuitively. I don't plan out my paintings. I paint as things come to me, and I let the painting basically tell me what it wants to be. And I feel I don't know. Sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow and loosen up and just let things come to you. Sometimes when you try too hard, it doesn't work out. So it's not that I'm trying too hard here, but I feel like I'm not 100% sure where I want to lay down my colors. But I think in a minute here, I start to really get into the flow and things start to come together nicely, and I really start having a lot of fun. I'm liking the way this is coming out. I'm loving the colors. In person, they're even brighter and prettier. But I'm not sure I'm quite there yet, or if you paint, then you understand what I mean by being in the zone here. So it's not like artist block, but it's similar to that. So starting a painting off, the first thing in the day is a little bit tough sometimes. It's good to do a warm-up, or on practice, like on extra paper, or even just scribbling and doodling. It does help loosen up your creative juices, if you will. And here I'm actually doing the rag technique again and removing some of the paint. And then the blue that came up on the rag, I'm dabbing that back onto some of the orange areas. Now this is really starting to brighten up here. I can tell I'm sort of more in my zone, if you will, and feeling brighter and happier about this painting because I grabbed some neon yellow. So now it's time to really get things going here. I can tell in myself when I change and when I step into the zone and when I'm really starting to feel it. And there I was just doing some more mark making, but I'm using the end of my paintbrush this time instead of a palette knife. And now I'm back to painting the sides here. In some parts of the video, I am speeding it up, and just so to save time on the video length. And so like where I'm using my hair dryer and maybe where I'm brushing the sides, painting the sides of the panel. And it looks like I grabbed my oil pastels again. I'm going to add some more of that to the painting. I am so in love with these marks I have for my palette knife. Mark making is one of my most favorite things to do. I absolutely love it. Now I am adding my pink alcohol ink markers here, and I think I probably have an orange that I also add to this too. But what I decided to do is all those beautiful marks that I have there, they're white because what happens is I scrape the paint off and it's showing the gesso underneath, which is pretty, but I also wanted this to be a bright piece. So I decided to go ahead and grab these markers and add some more color into it. Oh, yep, now I'm grabbing the orange color here. It's more like a yellow orange color. I'm not sure the exact color or the name of it. Okay, now after this yellow-blue color, it looks like I grabbed my blue watercolor pen and I'm just filling in these lines here to make a bit of a green. These colors appear like, especially that orange is appearing really darkish. I think because it's really wet underneath still. So I will show a photo of this finished piece as well at the end. so that you can see the dried results. And now what I'm using is just at the top of a small jarred candle. And I'm using the top of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paint. And I think I'm even using my painting pen, my Posca pen in black. And I'm painting the lid so that I can use it to make some circles on my painting. I love using this because no matter, it's funny, I put a lot of paint on here and I covered the entire surface of the bottom of the lid. But then when I placed it down on the painting, as you can see, there's parts of it there, the paint did not come off. So I love that look though. It's very organic looking and I prefer it that way. Oh, I just love those circles. They look amazing. So I'm taking my Posca pen here and I'm adding some more black circles here, just some doodling, if you will, in the upper corner here. And now it looks like I have my blue watercolor pen here back in my hand, and I'm adding this on top of that yellow-orange color over here to make more of a green. So if you're enjoying the video and finding it helpful and inspiring, please hit that like button and do subscribe to the channel. I would really love to have you here with me on my art journey. And now it looks like I grabbed my white China marker and I'm adding some white highlights in here and there. I really love mixing all this mixed media together and getting different looks and effects. So that's why I'm using so many different things in this painting. But I think it all just pulls together so beautifully. And I love all the brightness to it and all the color. It's so pretty. And now it appears I have yellow watercolor pen in my hand. I really did throw everything on this, but the kitchen sink, I guess. But it's super pretty. I hope you're enjoying the video. And I hope this piece makes you smile. It sure made me happy creating it and sharing it with you. So I think at this point my train of thought is that brighter the better. So I'm adding even more color, more and more and more on top of it, and just brightening up even more. And I'm just enjoying myself very much, as you can see. But I'm just about done here, I think. So let's see where this goes. It's just such a fun piece. And it looks like I have my white China marker back in my hand. I'm adding a little bit more white to the piece. And probably last but not least, I'm just adding a little bit of white to my sides here to make it all cohesive and flow together nicely. And I think I'm done here. We shall see, but I am going to give you a nice close-up here at the end as well. Please subscribe if you enjoy the channel. There will be so many more videos to come. I hope you find this inspiring and helpful. Please leave me a comment as well. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, leave those down below so that I can know what you're looking for in my videos and if I forgot to mention something, and I'd love to answer it for you. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day. Oh, now at the end of this, I did add a little black here to make the colors pop even more. So I'm outlining these marks that I made with the palette knife. I'm adding some black to those. And afterwards, I'm adding a little bit of black splatter to it as well.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers.